Praise be to God, the all-possessing, the King of incomparable glory, a praise which is immeasurably above the understanding of all created things, and is exalted beyond the grasp of the minds of men. None else besides him hath ever been able to sing adequately his praise, nor will any man succeed at any time in describing the full measure of his glory. Who is it that can claim to have attained the heights of his exalted essence, and what mind can measure the depths of his unfathomable mystery? From each and every revelation emanating from the source of his glory, holy and never-ending evidences of unimaginable splendor have appeared, and out of every manifestation of his invincible power, oceans of eternal light have outpoured. How immensely exalted are the wondrous testimonies of his almighty sovereignty, a glimmer of which, if it but touched them, would utterly consume all that are in the heavens and in the earth. And how indescribably lofty are the tokens of his consummate power, a single sign of which, however inconsiderable, must transcend the comprehension of whatsoever hath, from the beginning that hath no beginning, been brought into being, or will be created in the future till the end that hath no end. All the embodiments of his names wander in the wilderness of search, athirst and eager to discover his essence, and all the manifestations of his attributes implore him, from the Sinai of holiness, to unravel his mystery. Know thou that the soul of man is exalted above and is independent of all infirmities of body or mind. That a sick person showeth signs of weakness is due to the hindrances that interpose themselves between his soul and his body, for the soul itself remaineth unaffected by any bodily ailments. Consider the light of the lamp. Though an external object may interfere with its radiance, the light itself continueth to shine with undiminished power. In like manner, every malady afflicting the body of man is an impediment that preventeth the soul from manifesting its inherent might and power. When it leaveth the body, however, it will evince such ascendancy and reveal such influence as no force on earth can equal. Every pure, every refined and sanctified soul will be endowed with tremendous power, and shall rejoice with exceeding gladness. The utterance of God is a lamp, whose light are these words: Ye are the fruits of one tree, and the leaves of one branch. Deal ye one with another with the utmost love and harmony, with friendliness and fellowship. He who is the day-star of truth beareth me witness. So powerful is the light of unity that it can illuminate the whole earth. The one true God, he who knoweth all things, himself testifieth to the truth of these words. O Son of Spirit, the Spirit of holiness beareth unto thee the joyful tidings of reunion. Wherefore dost thou grieve? The Spirit of power confirmeth thee in his cause. Why dost thou veil thyself? The light of his countenance doth lead thee. How canst thou go astray? They who are the beloved of God, in whatever place they gather, and whomsoever they may meet, must evince in their attitude towards God, and in the manner of their celebration of his praise and glory, such humility and submissiveness, that every atom of the dust beneath their feet may attest the depth of their devotion. The conversation carried by these holy souls should be informed with such power that these same atoms of dust will be thrilled by its influence. The pen of the divine expounder exhorteth at this moment the manifestations of authority and the sources of power, namely the kings and rulers of the earth, may God assist them, and enjoineth them to uphold the cause of religion, and to cleave unto it. Religion is, verily, the chief instrument for the establishment of order in the world, and of tranquility amongst its peoples. The weakening of the pillars of religion hath strengthened the foolish, and emboldened them, and made them more arrogant. Verily I say, the greater the decline of religion, the more grievous the waywardness of the ungodly. This cannot but lead in the end to chaos and confusion. Hear me, O men of insight, and be warned, ye who are endued with discernment. O Son of Man, Write all that we have revealed unto thee with the ink of light upon the tablet of thy Spirit. Should this not be in thy power, then make thine ink of the essence of thy heart. And if this thou canst not do, then write with the crimson ink that hath been shed in my path. Sweeter indeed is this to me than all else, that its light may endure forever. Such things have appeared in this revelation that there is no recourse for either the exponents of science and knowledge or the manifestations of justice and equity other than to recognize them. It is incumbent upon thee in this day to arise with celestial power and dissipate with the aid of knowledge the doubts of the peoples of the world, so that all men may be sanctified, and direct their steps towards the most great ocean, and cleave fast unto that which God hath purposed. Know thou assuredly that the essence of all the prophets of God is one and the same. Their unity is absolute. God the Creator saith, There is no distinction whatsoever among the bearers of my message. They all have but one purpose. Their secret is the same secret, to prefer one and honor to another, to exalt certain ones above the rest, is in no wise to be permitted. Every true prophet hath regarded his message as fundamentally the same as the revelation of every other prophet gone before him. If any man, therefore, should fail to comprehend this truth, and should consequently indulge in vain and unseemly language, no one whose sight is keen and whose understanding is enlightened would ever allow such idle talk to cause him to waver in his belief. Gird up the loins of your endeavor, O people of Baha, that haply the tumult of religious dissension and strife that agitateth the peoples of the earth may be stilled, that every trace of it may be completely obliterated. For the love of God and them that serve him, arise to aid this sublime and momentous revelation. Religious fanaticism and hatred are a world-devouring fire, whose violence none can quench. The hand of divine power can, alone, deliver mankind from this desolating affliction. The sanctified souls should ponder and meditate in their hearts regarding the methods of teaching. From the texts of the wondrous heavenly scriptures, they should memorize phrases and passages bearing on various instances, so that in the course of their speech they may recite divine verses whenever the occasion demandeth it, inasmuch as these holy verses are the most potent elixir, the greatest and mightiest talisman. So potent is their influence that the hearer will have no cause for vacillation. I swear by my life, this revelation is endowed with such a power that it will act as the lodestone for all nations and kindreds of the earth. Should one pause to meditate attentively, he would recognize that no place is there, nor can there be, for anyone to flee to. Wherefore, I bear witness with my soul, my spirit, my entire being, that should they who are the daysprings of thy most holy unity and the manifestations of thy transcendent oneness be able to soar so long as thine own sovereignty endureth and thine all-compelling authority can last, they will fail in the end to attain unto even the precincts of the court wherein thou didst reveal the effulgence of but one of thy most mighty names. Glorified, glorified be, therefore, thy wondrous majesty. Glorified, glorified be thine unattainable loftiness. Glorified, glorified be the preeminence of thy kingship and the sublimity of thine authority and power. Blessed are they that have soared on the wings of detachment, and attained the station which, as ordained by God, overshadoweth the entire creation, whom neither the vain imaginations of the learned, nor the multitude of the hosts of the earth have succeeded in deflecting from his cause. Who is there among you, O people, who will renounce the world, and draw nigh unto God, the Lord of all names? Where is he to be found, who through the power of my name, that transcendeth all created things, will cast away the things that men possess, and cling with all his might to the things which God, the knower of the unseen and of the seen, hath bidden him to observe? Thus hath his bounty been sent down unto men, his testimony fulfilled, and his proof shone forth above the horizon of mercy. Rich is the prize that shall be won by him who hath believed and exclaimed, Lauded art thou, O beloved of all worlds, magnified be thy name, O thou the desire of every understanding heart.